Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here. It is Trash Craft Tuesday time. Take a bit of trash. That's something that ordinary people who aren't junk journalists would throw into the rubbish. And today I have another envelope project for you. Now, I was watching this video this morning from Gayle Agostinelli, and she did 2 envelope projects that she had got from other people. I'm not going to go into all that. I will link Gayle's video, and then you can watch Gayle's video and then follow the track down to where these ideas originated if you so choose. But these 2 ideas were new to me, and I want to make both of them, but we're only going to do one today because I know I cannot manage to do both in one video. I am no Gayle. Absolutely, I am not. So first off, we need a used envelope. Window envelope. It doesn't have to be window, but the window adds extra fun. Now I'm kind of going to sort of wing it as well, because although I only just watched the video, there's certain details that are fading from memory, like, oh, how exactly did that work? Where's it? Yeah, you know. It is what it is. So we do need it to be open on this side, so where the flap is, we need that to be open. I think I'm just going to cut this flap off because I don't want to narrow the envelope. So I'm just going to cut that off, or cut, tear. I think I'm going to cut. You can tear it, but I'm cutting. So this is essentially 3-pocket piece out of one envelope, just with some cleverness. Like, such clever people out there, aren't they? Just amazing. I'm going to, yes, I need to open it at the bottom. I'm just slicing that open. So your window needs to be at the top. The top can be left closed because that's going to end up closed, and we're going to have a side pocket here, and then we're also going to have a double pocket down the bottom. So I'm going to fold it up there, but it's an angle pocket, so we need to, do I want it to a point? I think I'll take it to a, not a point, but just a flat top. And we're going to do, how are we going to cut this? I guess unfold it and make our angle, and I'm just going to take my craft knife and trim it up. Oh, not quite through at the top there. There's an extra layer with the seam of the envelope. Okay. So we're going to, oh my gosh, what word was that? I have no idea. Going to end up with a pocket here. So where your envelope is open, there's a pocket there. There'll be one in behind, and then there'll be our side pocket here in behind the window. Okay, that's the plan. So what do? We collage. Yes, we do. Do get excited about a bit of collage, and I've got my bag of scraps here of digital papers from everywhere. Like, they're all mixed. There's Junk Journal Studio, there's Rach and Bella Crafts, there's mine, there's probably some Joey Card Maker in here as well. Like, it's just a real blend, and others as well. So I'm just going to grab out, this is a nice strip. That, because we've got this area here we need to collage around. I'm thinking a nice strip would be good. Might cut that white off. So just whatever scraps. In the name of Trash Craft Tuesday, I am using scraps, and we probably need to just straighten that out a bit. I'm going to wing it, and hopefully, no, that wasn't cut straight. Hopefully it's okay enough. In fact, we do need to trim it down a bit. It's a bit wide. see if we can get it straight and not make it too narrow. It would be just my luck is to cut too much off, and then we've got to start again. Might go with the slightly more colourful end there, and just tear the end bit off. So we're just going to collage up an envelope and turn it into something really pretty and usable and fun. So no, you know, revolutionary stuff apart from this is an idea, as I said at the beginning, that I've never seen before, and I just thought is really cool. And you do know I do like a good envelope project. It's like there's so many ways you can manipulate them, things you can do with them. They're just such fun things to use. Now I think Gayle did wrap around over the top, but I'm not going to, just because I didn't even think about it, and I don't really need to because my envelope is still closed at that point. I think Gayle's was open. Right, so what else are we going to put it? I've got no ideas in terms of colour or anything. I'm just kind of like grabbing scraps and using them. So this one, it's got a white edge, just a little bit. So I'm going to try and take off that white edge. And this bit, we've also got where I've punched a hole out of the bottom, so get rid of that bit. I might wrap this around the edge, even though there's no need to. Actually, do I want to do that? That could interfere with things. Will it interfere with things going in the pocket? No, it won't, because the things will go in here, not behind. So wrapping will be fine. I was thinking if you wrap it around and have an edge of paper, for example like that, when you slide something in, it can get to the edge of that paper and not go all the way in. That was my thinking, but we're not having a pocket right in behind, so should be good. Better check the length. So let's go, only need to go as far as will cover the angle for your bottom pockets. Almost out of this glue stick, almost down to the plastic, so I imagine I'll need to grab out a new one before we're done here. I could just trim it off, but no rhyme or reason to my decision. I just thought I would. Now this has got the sticky residue from the self-sealing envelope, so I think I would want to, whoops, I'm just trying to rub off some of the grittiness from that glue residue. Put a strip of paper, so let's do that before I forget. Do I need to? Actually, no, I don't, because that's, again, is going to be glued onto our page. It's not going to be an issue. So I don't, but I am going to close up this end of the flap. That I will do, because that will have an impact if I don't. So a bit of thinking going on here as I kind of problem solve things that I hadn't thought about. Well, that one's not working. Let's see if the other bottle's going to work for me. I haven't used them yet this morning, so maybe it's having a wee sulk. Yep, this one's working. Okay, so just to close up that flap at the top there where it's wanting to flap open. Okay, so we don't need to strip that white strip because we don't need to reinforce it. Right, sometimes my brain just takes a while to get into gear. white edge on that too. Gee, my cutting, not brilliant on some of these scraps. There. Good old line it up and fold it back kind of measuring. That's my style. And we might fold that inside to reinforce this edge here. It's only a little corner, but it all counts, all helps reinforce. Already switching out my glue page. Fold that inside. So our back piece is shorter than our front piece, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Well, I hope not. Actually, I just realized we're supposed to put something in the window and on the back. So I think we can still do it even though it is closed at the top. But let's do it before we forget, because if I go ahead and glue things together and then realize I still haven't done it, probably not ideal. I'm looking for something a bit, you know, decorative in the background. Let's do that. Is it wide enough? Because we ideally would want it to go right to the edge, wherever the edge is. That's about there. Oh yeah, I think we'll just make it work. So an eclectic colour palette going on here. I'm just having fun using scraps. Okay, down to here. So the tricky part is going to be sliding this inside and getting it positioned. But it'll be okay. Just time, patience, care, a little bit of a wiggle here and there. Peeling it up, restarting again, re-gluing because the glue's either dried or stuck to where you tried to put it first, and then you go again and eventually, you know, it lands in the right spot. Isn't that how crafting goes sometimes? It doesn't always go seamlessly. Right, so hold it open as much as I can to get in there. Make sure I've got coverage. I'm going to put it right against the edge of the bottom on this. Can you see that? Right against this edge. Yep, beautiful placement. I've just got a corner here that's not wanting to stay down, so let's use tacky glue on that. Obviously didn't glue very well with the glue stick. My answer to that is just go in with the tacky glue. It's not going to argue with me then. Okay, so we've got this section here to do. I am now starting to think a bit more about colour. It's like, this is a pretty piece that we took off the other one, off this bit. Maybe we'll put that on the outside. Don't want it all the way down. And I think I'll wrap this around as well. Do I want it all the way down? No. Actually, let's go up this way because I don't want to lose this pretty bit of the daisies and the bee. So I'm just going to tear another scrap off. Right, close my glue so it will work next time I want it. So how are you today, my friends? You all well, I hope? Doing something fun? Maybe you're doing a bit of Christmas shopping. Could be up to anything, couldn't you? Right, so that, and I'm going to fold that under, and that will reinforce the edge of our pocket. Just got a little bit at the top that's missing on the inside, but it won't matter. The majority of it is now reinforced with that wrapping, and it gives it a really nice edge as well. So that's the back pocket all ready to go. We've just got this 2 pockets down here. It's not quite big enough, but we could do like that. Do I want to wrap around? I think I will wrap around just to give it a nicer edge. Just gonna, another little scrap. Oh, yep, I can see the blue of the plastic on my glue stick. So we're going to wrap it at the top, or part of the top, not the whole top, and on the back. So this bit. And then it gives us a nice edge there. We've got no white showing. And then I'm just going to fold this inside the pocket. Lovely. Make sure I don't glue the pocket shut. Right, now a bit over here. What about this snippet that we took off? Might be too close. Maybe I should have done the other way around, but oh well. You know, hindsight and all that. Maybe we'll use this instead. And we don't need all of that. Okay, I think I'm going to put this glue stick aside because there's not really enough left in it for this, and grab my new one. Whoops, sorry about that, banging the table. Something nice about grabbing out a new glue stick. Of course, one never knows what they're going to find with a glue stick. Is it a good one or is it a faulty one? You know, by faulty I mean, like, is it overly goopy, or is it really solid and it doesn't want to? No, I don't want to do that because it's going to close part of our back pocket. So I need to just trim a bit off there. Can we? Oh, we can just make a slit and then wrap it onto the back part, and then we're all good. So we still get that nice edge. Right. Whoops, sticking it down. Right, I think I'll just trim a little bit off that so we don't run into problems. Actually, no, that's not going to work. I am just going to snip that section off. Whoops. Getting all stuck up here. Trim that off. Now it's stuck to my fingers. Okay, so I've got a little bit of blue showing from this back pocket where when I trimmed it, I didn't pay too much attention to that this bit was shorter than the back bit. if you know what I mean. It's actually the back bit's shorter than the front bit, but once you fold it up, it then reverses the order. I hope I'm making sense. It would be something new if I was. Okay, so I'm thinking about just putting something in here that's going to reinforce that edge, because that's also going to be a pocket and it's just thin paper, and will also take care of that bit of blue there. Not that I'm adverse to the blue at all. I do have these strips cut off from something recently that might just fit the bill. Don't know if they're wide enough is the thing, but we can leave the white on and have that part of what we fold under. No point trimming it off if we need some extra width, because we just want to cover that leading edge is all we need. We need to cut that at an angle. So maybe I'm just kind of guessing at the angle. It's better. It's not perfect. Maybe we do it a bit sharper. Yep, that's better. Still not perfect, but it's okay. And we're going to go about there. Right. Now the tricky part will be doing the folding and getting it where we want to cover. But one step at a time. Right. So it might help to fold this out a bit. So I can get in there a bit better. Oops. And fold that over the edge. Give it a wee trim there because we don't need that extra bulk in the bottom of the pocket. And then that little bit there. Fingers are so sticky. I just have to look at glue and it's like I get stuck to everything. Let's give them a wee wipe down. So it's a little bit bubbly. Gayle did experience a few issues, and she said that the person that she got this idea from also had that issue. And I think it's this aperture here where the window is. It provides flex and movement and give, so that when you like collage up, it kind of gets its own thing going on, its own little bit of warpage. But it's fine. Like, it just gives you plenty of room. And now all I need to do is glue up here to close that pocket. So this didn't take me as long as I thought it would. So just give that a press for a moment to allow the glue to take hold, because there's quite a few layers there now with the double layer of envelope and then the collage papers. So we have pocket, pocket, and pocket. So I'm just thinking, do I want to take like a thumb notch out? We could, because I just have to make sure I take it in far enough that it's actually showing the back paper. So I'm just kind of eyeballing, making sure it's going to... I don't know that Gayle actually took a thumb notch out of hers, but oh well, we get a tiny little sliver showing. Maybe a thumb notch is not a good idea, but I've done it now. So Let's ink around it. It's good to test these things out. You know, probably I would say maybe not worry about the thumb notch unless your back section is actually as long as your, or as wide as your top section. Then it would make a bit more sense. Maybe I should have left the flap on and opened it along the fold line. That might have been a good idea. Maybe we should make another one, and I should have inked before I glued the pocket down. That would have been a good idea too. Maybe we should try another one and do some revisions on how I made it. Right. A little ink. Right. So, journal card inside, a couple of little tags or journal cards, you know, mini journal cards or something in the two small pockets at the bottom. And bada bing, it's done. Awesome, super fun, really cute. I love it. And I love that sound that the window gives. I think it's just a really cool audible thing in our journals as well as a tactile and visual thing. Right, we sip in my coffee again. Let's try another one and think about how we might do it slightly differently to make, perhaps, I don't know, make life easier. We shall see. So this one is already open, so the flap is glued down already. But we have a bit of a rough edge. So what I might do is just trim. Will it fit in here? No, it won't fit in there. Just grab my craft knife, I think. So line it up, get it straight-ish, and trim off that messy edge. It'll just make life easier in the long run. So both sides, both top and bottom, will be the same width. Okay, and again, open it up at the bottom. And let's think a bit more, a bit harder than I did on the last one, about where we trim for the pocket, so we don't end up with a weird, well, it shouldn't matter because they're both the same width. We shouldn't end up with one being visible than the other. So, although I might this time come up a little bit, instead of taking it so low, I'm going to leave a blunt end up here and there. I think that'll possibly look better. In fact, I'll do it the other way around so I can see where I'm cutting. That's half the issue, I think. I was doing it the other way around and couldn't see exactly where I was lined up to. There we go. So I mean, you could even, like, I'm sure you could turn those into something, but I am going to bin them. I'm sorry, I am. Yeah, I like that better. So we've got the blunt ends rather than points at both sections. Okay, collage time. Woohoo! I've got quite a few green scaps. Yeah, got scaps. I've got scraps too. So I'm thinking let's start with a bit of green. Now I am covering the window slightly because of the rounded corners, otherwise you get like the white corners showing. If you go up to the edge here, then you'll end up with the corner visible. So I'm going in far enough to cover the corners. You lose a little bit of your window, but it's no biggie. Do I want to wrap at the top as well? Don't have to, but I do like that finished edge kind of look. So I hope you don't mind hanging out with me today while we just do a bit of collaging. But really cool. I think this triple pocket, that's what it is, isn't it? It's a triple pocket. It's really cool out of a single envelope. Very, very cool. I do need to go and watch the original person myself because it's not someone I've ever watched before. I can't remember the name, so I'll have to go back to Gayle's video and follow the links that she put in her description box to find the person. Oops, there's not much of a fold over, but it's enough. I do need to take this corner out. Something like 3 in 15, like making 3 items in 15 minutes or something. I think that's the gist of what Gayle was saying this person does, and it's an idea from that series. Sounds fun. Sounds like something I would love to watch, so I must check it out. Just give that a snip. Or can I wrap it? If I put it right to the edge. It's a very small wrap. Might be too small. Doesn't matter if it, excuse me, frog alert. Frog alert. Or I could put this out further and then just put something else there. We could do that. Be another way to, in fact we don't need to cover that because it is completely covered by this pocket. So good thing I looked at that. Just need to take it far enough in. So we need to go to basically to the orange to ensure that it covers. So glue everywhere. I'm so sticky. Oh, so sticky. You would think I was Pooh Bear in the honey pot. I'm so sticky. Right, about there. Wrap it under. Beautiful. Right, we could mix some of the yellow in as well, but I do have more green options. This is one of mine. Painty music paper. So fun. Fun to make it, fun to turn it into digital, and then fun to use it in other projects. It's just all sorts of fun. I think crafters have the best time because we get to, like, things aren't just a one stage process, are they? There's often a lot of stuff like making a painty paper to begin with, and then we take that painty paper that we had fun making, and then we have fun making it into something else, and it's just like stages. It goes through an evolution, if you would like to put it that way. And that's fun. It's like we create so many of our materials out of other supplies, and then we take those and we turn those into other supplies. So, you know, you just eventually you get to your end product. I think it's fun, and I enjoy that process of making things to make other things with, rather than, you know, don't get me wrong, I love scrapbook paper and ready-made supplies, washi tape, all that stuff. But I think it's why I like making my own washi tape so much, because I get to make the washi tape. Then I get to use it on projects. So it's completely mine, completely individual. I do love my commercial washi tapes, absolutely, totally. But I also love making washi tape. So yeah, it's just fun because we get to do so many different things. It's not all about the end project. It's about the fun mini projects on the way to making that end item, whatever it might be, whether it's a journal or a journal card or a tag. But making your tag base. Yeah, see, it does go warpy. It's quite funny. But it's all good. Right, another bit of green here. Oh, or do I want this bit? This is a nice little scrap. I think I want this bit. Actually, I might take the white bit because then it will be wrapped around, so we don't need to trim it off. Glue stick, yep. So let me know in the comments section, do you like making your own craft supplies? Do you like that process of creating things to make other things with? Or do you prefer to have ready-made? And I'm not saying they're exclusive, like you can enjoy both, but which do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy just having ready-made supplies that you can grab from, mix and match, and create your end product with? Or do you like that journey? Like me, you like that journey of creating things to make things, to make things, to make things, to make your end product. I mean, either way is fine. I'm just curious. I'm really curious. Right, funny shape bit this. I think this was left over from making a gingerbread concertina thingy jig from last year's Christmas collaboration. Christmas Craft Off 23. That's why it's a weird shape, because of arms and legs and things. And heads. Can't forget the head. Can't have a headless gingerbread person. No, I don't want to line it up with that. It needs to be over this side. Not sure about wrapping it, but we'll tear off enough to wrap it if we choose. And then we'll see how it works. Just gluing off to the side, my friends. Nothing really exciting to see, and putting the glue on the back of a bit of paper. I've got a little fold over there, not much. Can go inside. Come on. Sticky and fiddly. Right, and then I need to go to that corner and take a bit out of there as well, so it doesn't kind of create too much bulk. I'm going to fold the little bit over first, and then the big bit. You can just trim it off level if you don't want to be bothered. It is definitely a bit more fiddly, but I do like the result. Just quite neat and fun. Okay, let's put a bit more of this on, I think. Like we're going diagonal. We will have a bit to patch though. I've got that triangle there to patch, which is fine. And we don't need quite that much hanging over. So I received an exciting phone call this morning. I wasn't sure who it was going to be. I was, answered politely. Good thing too. And it was a local company who I've never heard of. They had what I'm guessing was a sausage sizzle over the weekend. And they've got leftover supplies from the sausage sizzle. Gosh, that's hard to say sometimes. And wanted to know if we wanted it for the food bank. And I was like, oh, yes, please. So I said, well, do you want me to pick it up or do you want to drop it off? And she says she would drop it off late this afternoon. So I know she said there's packets of sausages and bread. Well, we don't really need more bread, but I'm going to take it because I don't want it to go to waste. Sausages will be absolutely brilliant because we quite often run out of sausages. So that's awesome. So I'll be taking a little trip down to the food bank this afternoon once it arrives to put it all away in the chiller. So looking forward to that. It's going to be fun, and I have no idea exactly what's coming. It'll be a lovely surprise. Apart from the bread and sausages, I don't know what else, but sausage sizzle. Will there be maybe some onions or tomato sauce? I don't know. We shall find out. But just it's so lovely that they rang and offered us the leftovers. I think that's brilliant. Sticky, very, very sticky. I think this is looking really lovely in all the different greens. It's looking very fresh. So it's also very sticky. Do I dare use a wet wipe? It will dry. I just don't want to stick my pocket together in the meantime. Okay, do I want to cover this one? Because none of it's visible now, apart from, like, if you look down. Yeah, maybe I do. And I also keep forgetting, need to put something in the window. Do we want to go with a colour this time, like green around the outside? Maybe something with more colour in. Just looking through my stack here for a likely suspect. Ooh, what about... Oh, the door's not quite in the right place, I don't think. Well, we'd get part of the door, but we'd only get one window. I don't think enough of it shows to give a sense of the scene. So let's look for something else that might do. Sorry, you can't see. All you can see is my arms in shot. Terribly exciting, isn't it? Oh, what about this? That's pretty. Let's do that. Nice splash of colour. And I'm thinking I might leave it long and then wrap it around the back. Okay, I think they've done their dash. Let's get rid of those out the way. So this one would work for Christmas. I'm trying not to think too much of Christmas in my other projects because I've been pretty Christmas heavy and still need to be, because I still need to finish my journals. But also, like, journals still need to be made that aren't Christmas. So, like, let's not make everything about Christmas, because then I'll have nothing. Oh, that's so pretty. Did not put it in straight, but it does not matter. Beautiful. Right, I am going to ink. Am I going to do that edge? I think it would reinforce it, wouldn't it? So let's just do it. Maybe out of this screen. Just take a strip off of that. This is one of mine as well. This one is Joyous December Days. So again, need to do that angle to get it in up in that corner there. Yep, that works really nicely. So I would have achieved 2. I am actually thrilled with getting 2 done. I thought I would get 1 done and be quite satisfied with that. But woohoo, 2. Now which way did this go? I can't remember. Does it matter? Hopefully not. No, it should be fine. Good as gold. So again, a few little tricky cuts just where there's an angle. Just taking a mitre out at that point. And then down here as well. Oops, a bit more of an angle, I think. No wonder I'm sticky, handling all this gluey paper. And then this one needs to go so it doesn't catch on that fold. Okay, so we'll do that one first. And then this bit. Excellent. I am definitely happier with how I managed to do this one. But in saying that, I still think this one's beautiful as well. I think it's fine. It's absolutely fine. But just having given a bit more thought, having tried out this, do I want to do a thumb notch now in that? I think I will, because it will show up the reds of that. And it doesn't need to be so deep because they're the same width. There we go. Let's give it a little ink up before I glue the pockets down. Again, inking is optional. You do not have to ink if you don't want to, if you're not an inker. Under no obligation whatsoever. I'm enjoying the ink, the vintage photo since I re-inked it. It's really nice and juicy once again, which is always fun because you feel like you don't have to work so hard to get your things inked up. So I'll grab out a page in a minute and we'll take a look at what it looks like on a page. Little white edge there where I didn't wrap it, so ink takes care of that. Done. Right, page. Where's a blank page? There we go. Just put a fold into a page. All delightfully crinkly. So that's going to go on your page as a pocket, 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 and pocket. Just wondering whether I want to do a little thumb notch there. I'm going to. I don't believe it was part of the design at all, but that doesn't mean that you can't do things a little bit differently. Give that a wee yank. Oh, I haven't glued it yet. Just a good thing. I wouldn't have been able to do it, I don't think, if I'd glued it already. Let's glue it shut. Maybe off the page, so in case there's glue seepage. Oh, and that's lifting. We need to just, because I didn't do enough of a wrap around, so we'll just tacky glue, and then it's not going to go anywhere. It will stay, and it will stay once it's glued down on your page as well. So on your page, pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. Yeah, I think it's easier to see the pocket that way, that there's actually two pockets. You could also, if you really wanted, put another pocket in behind, like maybe a top pocket in here. So you would glue it here, here, and here. And so, because your pocket here is still accessible, and then you could have a top pocket here. You could put another pocket in behind sideways, so you have a pocket here and here. Yeah, so options there. You could put it on the page in a different way. And here's the first one that we did. So with this one, pocket here, pocket here, pocket there. Do I want to? Oh, there's not a lot of room, so I might leave that one to do a thumb notch. We didn't put a lot of paper to cover that edge. But there we go. Two different ones that we made today in one video. Go me. How exciting is that? I hope you enjoy this project and give it a go. Grab out your old envelopes and whip one up. And don't worry if it goes slightly differently, like mine have gone slightly differently to what Gayle did. And for all I know, Gayle did it slightly differently to her inspiration as well, because that's our own spin on things, whether it's deliberate or accidental. It's just a difference. It's nothing to get like, oh, I did it wrong. No, you just did it differently. Okay, guys, enough waffling. Take care. Have a great day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. I'll catch you then. Bye for now.